Hi, welcome to the guitar series. In this series, we are going to learn the basics to get playing guitar as fast as possible with the most essential fundamentals. This is our lesson 1, so let's get into it. The first thing you're going to need is a pick, and we use this to strum and pluck the strings, so grab your pick. So we grab the pick as an extension of our pointer finger, and our thumb in the back is just going to hold it kind of perpendicular as across to your finger. So that's the basic position. There's no real right or wrong way to hold it, but as long as you're somewhere close to this, you'll be fine. So when it comes to strumming on your guitar, you want the pick to glide across. So we're going to go down a downstroke, and we want our pick to be angled in that direction when we go down. When we go up, we want to twist the wrist so it can glide across the strings upwards. So let's go down a couple times. And I'm just muting my strings here, softly touching, or else we're going to get this. And that gets annoying after a while. So I'm just going to mute, and let's just strum down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Do that a couple times, get a feel for that. Once that feels all right, we'll try the other one. The other way is just going up. So we're going to combine it with down and up. So your wrist is going to twist every time you go down and up. And altogether that looks like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Do that a couple times. Get used to that feeling. You can stop the video and practice this by yourself. Put a minute timer and just do this for a minute. And that's strumming with a pick. All right, next, let's learn the picking. When it comes to picking, it's real similar to strumming, but we're just gonna focus on one string. So we're gonna rest our hand somewhere close to the body, and on this bottom string, our thinnest string, we're just gonna pluck down one string. And what we're practicing here when we do it over and over is repetition and accuracy. We're aiming for one string, one part of the string, and we're not trying to hit 2 strings or 3 strings. It's one string and one in the same spot if possible. So let's do that a couple times. All right, let's go to the second string. So that same plucking on the second string. Alright, and then let's just try the third string, same thing. We're just target practicing here. So that's the third string. Now we're going to do like we did with strumming, both down and up. So this, again, we're just practicing our small muscles. We're going to go down and up on the same string. Oops, I hit that double one by mistake, but we'll continue. Let's go to the second string. And let's try the third string. So that's picking down and up, or in other words called alternate picking, when you're going down and up, one way, the other way. Or you can just do straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just want to practice getting that accuracy of hitting the same spot over and over. So let's move on to the next part, which is going to be our left hand. The left hand technique is pretty simple. We just have to make sure that on the back of our guitar, we're holding our thumb somewhere right in the middle. We can't be high, we can't have our thumb coming up above the fretboard like this, and we can't be low. We can't have our thumb hanging out underneath. So we have to find our spot right in the middle, kind of in the middle. And then our fingers are gonna wrap around, leaving this little space in between, because what we don't want to happen is for us to grab the guitar by the neck like this. It's not a baseball bat, it's a guitar. So we need to have space between our hand and the guitar, and when we wrap around, you should be able to have a little space here in between your palm and the neck. So once you have your left hand in good position, we're gonna learn our frets. So now that we have a good position, we have to understand the idea of frets and open strings. What an open string is any of these 6 strings that I play without the use of my left hand. So that's the first string open, second string open, third open, fourth open, fifth open, and sixth open. These are all open strings. As soon as we start pressing any of these frets, these are the spaces here in the guitar neck, then it's a fretted note. So you're gonna learn the language of open string versus a fretted note. So to get into learning frets, here's what we do. We play our first string open, and that's open. We got our hand in position ready to play this first fret, this first box, this first space between this white nut and our first metal bar. So right in between there, we squeeze with our thumb and our pointer and we pluck. And you should get this sound note. Let's play that a couple times. Once you have that, let's put our second finger on the next fret, which will be fret 2, and let's play that a couple times. That was 8 times. And then we're going to get our third finger and go to the third fret, and we're still keeping all our fingers down, because if we just put them up and we let them go up, we're not really training our fingers for strength anymore. But if we keep them down, we're getting a good workout and our fingers are going to get stronger faster. So we've got our third string. And then our pinky. This one may be the hardest because it's the shortest, it's usually the weakest, and it's the one that has to kind of stretch the most. So let's try the pinky. And let's take the pinky off, go to third finger. Take that third finger off, go to second finger. And then let's go to the first finger. So that's our 4-finger exercise. We're going to play each note either once or 4 times. I'm just going to stick with 1 time for now, just so you can see it in some moving action. So the exercise would be this. First finger, second finger, third, fourth, and then I go backward. Third, second, first. With 1 pluck each, it's going to sound like this. And that's it. That's one exercise. You can play that over and over till you get it strong. If you want to start challenging the picking hand, we're going to do 4 plucks, 4 picks for each note. So it's going to be down, up, and then we switch fingers. Down, up, It's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third finger. 1, 2, and fourth finger. 1, 2, 3. And then we bring it back. Third finger. Second finger. And first finger. So we want to be able to do that on the first string, second string, third string. Up to the third string is where our limit's going to be. But if you're finding it difficult to do it here, it gets a little easier once we go higher up in frets. So on guitar, if you can find your guitar, count up to the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see that you actually have a dot here. You probably have one on the 3rd, which is fine. And that's your 3. You have a 5, 7, 9, 12. That's just where the dots are on usually all guitars and basses. So your first dot is fret number 3, because it's 1, 2, 3, and your second dot for 5. So just look for that second dot, get that first string, and do the exercise there. And I'm gonna do 4 plucks. So we're gonna sound like this. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and back. 3, 2. So if you're not doing it that fast or that clean, don't worry. Stop this video and just practice it by yourself until you can get it comfortable and flowing for yourself. And then you can try to speed it up, come back to the video, give it a day, give it 2 days, but don't try to learn everything in 1 day because it's probably not going to happen. So once you can get on the first string, go to the second string and do the same exercise 4 times each note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Once you're done with the second string, we go to third string, same thing. back. 3, 2, 1. So that's your exercise. You can definitely go past the third string to 4, 5, and 6. It just gets a little more difficult if you're just starting off because you have to stretch farther and press a little harder, and your fingers are just not used to that. So you can try it for sure, but give it some time before you get to that 4th, 5th, and 6th string. So those are the exercises that we need to strengthen our fingers, because when it comes to playing guitar, we got to be able to play chords, these guys, and some kind of strumming pattern. So we got to combine chords and rhythm. So let's start with that. And the first chord we're going to learn is going to be E minor. I'm going to have a little diagram somewhere on the screen, so check that out. So E minor is our 6th string open, and then our 5th string 2nd fret. So E minor is our 6th string open, our 5th string 2nd fret, our 4th string 2nd fret, our 3rd string open, our 2nd string open, our 1st string open. So we have 4 open strings and 2 fretted ones, which is 5 and 4. And the fingers I'm using is my middle finger and my ring finger. So I'm not using pinky or pointer. And strum all 6. And to get the strumming going, we're just going to strum 4 times and repeat. So let's get E minor, 4 strums each. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our E minor. Stop this video and rewind it if you got to keep practicing that. But let's go on to the next chord. So our next chord is going to be A minor. So if we can go to our E minor, it's going to be real similar to this. We're just going to move these 2 fingers 1 string down. So instead of being on 5 and 4, we're going to be on 3 and 2. And then, so instead of being on 5 and 4, we're going to be on 4 and 3. And we're going to add our first finger to the 2nd string 1st fret. And we should get this. And we can strum all 6 for this one. And this is our A minor. So let's try strumming that 4 times and repeat it. 1, 2, ready, go. And that's our A minor. So let's get to our next chord. So that's our A minor. If you need to stop the video and rewind it, keep practicing A minor, do that now. If we're ready for the next chord, let's move on. So from A minor, wherever we have A minor, the next chord is going to be our C major, or just C. And what we do for this, really from this A minor shape, we're just moving our ring finger from the 3rd string to the 5th string 3rd fret. And we get this kind of little staircase going, if you kind of imagine a little staircase. So we have strings 5, 4, and then it's open, and then our first finger is staying on that 2nd string 1st fret. And that's our C. Let's try playing that with some rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you got to keep on practicing that C chord, stop the video, rewind it, and get on that. So now once that we're comfortable with doing those 3 chords, we want to play some kind of progression, some kind of sequence, some order. And the order is going to be simple. We're going to do E 4 times, A 4 times, C 4 times, and back to E minor. And then it's going to start all over with E, A, C, E, and it starts over. So to help us practice that, I'm going to play a drum track in the back that's going to help us play in time and practice with these changes. If this is something that's still hard to do as you're learning the chords, play without the drum track for now, but later on when you're more comfortable with the changes, definitely come back in and try it. And another thing, I'm going to do this in 2 variations, so maybe one of them helps you learn the material a little better. One is going to be 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Or the second way you can do it is going to be doing the same chords, but just 1 strum. So we're going to do this 1 strum and 4 counts. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. So I'm going to start with that second one first, and then we'll do it a couple times, and then I'll switch to quarter notes. So I'm going to start with that second rhythm first, just so we can start somewhere somewhat easy. And then after a couple times of repeating it, I'm going to jump into the quarter notes 4 times each. So throughout the duration of this practice part, you play whatever you're comfortable with. If you can do the whole notes, the just 1, 2, 3, 4, you do that. If you can do quarter notes, awesome. Switch to whatever you're comfortable with. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. E minor again. Here we go. 1, 2, A minor. 1, 2. C. 1. E minor again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2. E minor again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarter notes now, all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. E minor again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. E minor again. Here we go. E minor. A minor. C. E minor. I'm gonna do whole notes this time, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You can do whatever you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you got to go back and practice that a little more, definitely rewind the video, play along. Or if the video's too fast, play without the video and just make sure you're playing and counting for yourself. And you can do both variations of it, just the 1 strum or the 4 strums. All right, so let's recap. First thing we learned was the pick, how to hold it, finger direction, thumb, and then how to move it across the strings, sliding it, gliding it. When we go down, we want the pick to be in that angle. When we come up, we need to twist our wrist so we can glide back that way. And then we learned how to pluck a string. Same technique, just the movement is a little smaller. Down, down, up, and down, up, down, up, down, up. The next thing we learned was our left hand's position. We want to be somewhere in the middle of the neck, not high, not coming under, but right in the middle, close to the middle. Fingers wrap around, leaving plenty of space. We don't want to be gripping the guitar like a baseball bat. And then wherever we're playing in our frets, we want to just keep that space right here in between the palm and the neck. We also learned our first exercise. If we start here on the 5th fret, we're playing 1 finger per fret. We go up and down, and we go to the 2nd string and do the same thing. 3rd string and we do the same thing. Again, you can go to 4, 5, 6. They get a little harder, but if you want the challenge, go for it. And the 4th part we learned was making our first chords of E minor, A minor, C, and E. We learned to play either 4 strums each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or just 1 strum and 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, So you can use the one strum in 4 count until you feel comfortable with the chord changes, or you can just use the quarter notes right from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And that wraps up this first lesson. So hopefully this is helpful. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next week.